Okay, the time has come to finally make a video for the second race of the Rookie Championship, and I was putting it off as much as possible because the race was shit. And I was looking forward to it like so much. I thought I'd have so much fun driving on Magione. And instead I just like shit my pants and ruined the race for myself, and I can't even blame anyone for this except myself, so that kind of really fucking sucked. And I don't really want to be making this, but I feel like I have to document everything in this championship because, I don't know, whatever, fuck it, let's just get on to the race. Last time I kinda looked at myself and at Mike at the same time, sort of switching between our cars, but this time I guess I'm gonna look at them separately because our races didn't really overlap much, like we weren't really close on the track. And that should tell you something right away. Anyway, so here's the starting grid. I qualified 8th, Mike qualified 5th. And let's just watch the start, I guess. Look at this. Lap 1, turn 1. That guy in front just goes into 3 wide. What the hell is wrong with these people? And once again, I'm just being too cautious in the beginning. I guess that's just kind of a bad thing because everyone just passes me immediately at the start. And I should just hold my ground. Also, something already happened here at this point. Let me see. There was an incident here. This was... yes, 98 versus 97. They're actually teammates, huh? Let's see, I haven't written down which cars are those. So let's just see. Let's just find them. There we go, let's see what happened. Okay. That was 1 penalty point, 5 seconds for 98. I'm not sure which one of them is 98. Let's see. Ah, yeah, the car that we are watching right now, this is 98. So let's see what happened. Yeah, he just kind of goes a little bit wide in this corner and bonks his teammate off the track a little bit. And this is kind of insane because these guys are teammates. Whatever beef they had with each other, they only made it worse for their own team. And this was actually worth 1 point. Like 5-second penalty for this guy, 98. But there is gonna be some shit that is like way worse than this. Like accidents that are way worse. And they are not gonna be even investigated. Or there's not gonna be any penalty for that. And basically I just don't understand how race control works in this league. Because like this, like barely an issue. And they like penalize this guy. But then like some shit is gonna happen, you will see, and there will be nothing. And it's just kind of insane. But anyway, like pretty much at the same time there's gonna be some stuff with Mike happening. And number 46. Let's switch to number 46 to see. This is lap 1, turn 2. This kind of crap happens, just a dive bomb, sort of. Well, I guess Mike didn't really leave him space. Like, maybe Mike should have left him space, but this is like kind of a dive bomb. Kind of. And he just bonks Mike. And, well, I guess nothing like really bad happened here. But still, kind of a nasty thing. Well, I guess it's like no one really lost any positions or anything. Just kind of a racing incident, I suppose. Just Mike got bonked a little. Shit happens. Let's just keep watching. Here I have a pretty shitty exit from this corner. Like you can see, I missed Apex by like half a mile. Everyone just drives the fuck away from me. Actually, nothing interesting is gonna happen for a little while, so let's fast forward a little bit. So everyone just slows down in this corner, so I kind of catch up to them. Then like nothing really special happens on lap 2. Until... oh, I guess I get sort of passed here by 16. Not really, not really. Oh, I do get passed by 16, huh? Let's watch this. Normal speed. 16, which car is 16? Car number 2, okay. Why did I guess I fucked something up here, because I don't understand why I guess I fucked up the brake in here or something. Or maybe I got scared of that car in front of me. Let's actually watch it from my cockpit. Yeah, I guess I kind of fucked up the braking. That's why 16 got the opportunity to go for it, so he goes on my inside. And we're going too wide through these sets of corners. Got better exit. Well, here something really dumb happens. Because I just like fucking spin for no reason whatsoever. Like, I don't know how that happened, because this track is easy. And like, these corners are easy. I don't understand like why I spined here. Or more importantly, why I didn't catch my car once I started spinning. I don't know, I just like fucking shit my pants for no reason whatsoever. So because of that shit, I just like turn around, now I'm in like last place completely. And this is where it all went wrong. So at this point I'm like, well, shit, but I can still make up for it. Okay, I can like still fight, I can catch up, and I can gain some positions at this point. So I'm like kinda mad about this, but not like too mad. So let's see what happens. For the next couple of laps, I'm trying to catch up to 98, who's like the car in front of me. And then something stupid happens again. I'm just catching up. This is lap 4. I caught up to 98. And I see him start speeding, and I kinda slam the brakes too hard or something, I don't know, and I fucking spin again. And this is where I get mad. Because like, okay, fucking up once, that's like bad, but shit happens. But fucking up twice, in the exact same fashion, that's just like complete utter bullshit. Like, I don't know, like, after all the fucking practice that I did, like, there is just like no reason why I would do shit like this. This is just like fucking absolute retarded, and I'm just like a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know. I have no explanation for this. I just fucking suck dicks. But well, whatever. So, for the next couple of laps, I'm trying to catch up to 98 again. And that's a bit too far. Well, catching up to him. I had kind of a shitty exit here. I'm trying to pass him. Too wide, and watch what he fucking does here. Just fucking bonks me. And like, I'm not sure what happened. I guess he sort of lost his car, like he started spinning a little bit, I guess. Because I got like pretty mad because of this before, but now that I'm watching him, 98, 98. Once again, I forgot to write down which car was that. Car 17. Okay. I guess he starts spinning. Yeah, it's not like he just turned. Sort of lost his car, and that's why he bonked me. And well, because of this bonk, I was able to pass him, so... Oh, and he keeps spinning after that. Well, you could see that I also had some issues because of that. Because of that bonk. I kind of lost my cool for a moment there. I fucked up these corners. But okay, and after that I just keeps driving. And because of all this like stupid shit that happened, I like really lost a lot of time, so it took me like 7 laps to catch up to the other cars in front of me. So let's see, what timestamp is this? About 40 minutes or something, let's see. Just driving, forever alone driving. Okay, here I'm getting close to 503 and 97. Like this lap, I think I'm gonna try something. It's gonna fail, because like after all that like spinning and shit, I just don't really have any confidence anymore in my driving abilities, and that's gonna be a problem for like the rest of the event, because I just kind of lost my ability to drive fast near other cars, because I'm just scared I'm gonna fuck up again, and this was a problem for the rest of the races. Now I think I'm gonna try the same thing again, roughly. So that didn't work, but he fucks up. He fucks up, he slows down, and I pass him. And this is already lap 16, so there's only a couple more laps left. And for these remaining couple laps, I catch up to 97. And this is last lap. I really want to pass him, because this is like my last chance to gain another position. And I really shouldn't have left him space here. I was ahead, I should have just gone to the right and taken the trajectory. But I am being too careful, too cautious, because like once again I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck up and cause some shit. There's a little bit of a tap, which is, I guess that was my fault, maybe? Not really, it was his fault. He kinda misses the apex. Yes. And so yeah, that doesn't help. Pass him, and basically I fuck up. And I don't get really any opportunities to attack anymore. This is just last lap, and this is finish. And I finish in 12th position. So that race was like complete shit. And it was only my fault that it was complete shit. And like the worst part of it all, that I didn't make it into top 10, so I couldn't benefit from reverse grid in race 2. So the race 2 was also shit because of this. But we'll get there. Now let's watch Mike's race. His car is 13, right, in this replay? Yes. Oh, we have already seen the start. But we haven't seen all of it, actually. Let's see. There was some kind of bonk happening. Just a little bit of a bonk. Nothing tragic. Now here is this like dive bomb sort of thing that we have already looked at. And I don't think anything particularly spectacular happens for now, so let's fast forward to the next lap. So Mike kind of fucks up braking here. And 46 uses this opportunity to pass him. Now there's gonna be a bit of a bonk happening soon. Let's see. Yeah, this is 46. Let's switch to 46. They bonk a little bit with 61, and 46 passes him. I am not sure, I guess this could have been 61's fault. But then again, like 46 kind of turns in late. It's kind of hard to tell. Anyway, nothing really bad happens, but 46 uses this to pass 61. So that happened. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, 61 slowed down because of this, and Mike is trying to attack here. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work. Now, there's gonna be some shit happening soon with these guys. So Mike is just driving. These guys are about to do something. No, it's not these guys, it's 46 and 58, okay. So this was investigated by race control, and actually 58, the car we are looking at right now, got 1 penalty point for this. But why? Like, I mean, it's a dive bomb. .46 kind of dive bombs him. And it's not like the accident is like super bad or anything. Just like a minor issue, like no one really spins. Let's watch that from 46 point of view. I guess 46 lost some positions because of that. But he shouldn't have really tried dive bombing or anything. I don't know. Like, apparently dive bombs are allowed in this league or something. That's just weird, in my opinion. And so, because of that accident, Mike actually passes both of these cars. Yep. So for the next lap, Mike is just following 61. On lap 5, something happens. Let's move to lap 5. Yes, something is gonna happen here. Yeah, Mike just gets bonked in the ass. This was investigated by race control, but nothing, like no penalty for anyone. But it was definitely like 58's fault. Like, even if a car in front of you is just slower than you expect, you don't have an excuse to just bonk it in the ass. But then something funny happens, because 58 gets bonked exactly in the same way. Oh yeah, he got passed by 46 because of that, and he got bonked by 16. Well, I guess he deserved that. He deserved to be passed. That bonk. Let's see. Let's watch it from 16's point of view. Yeah, 16 just bonks him in the ass. It's kind of weird. Like, 16 could just, you know, go for the apex, try better, and just pass him without the bonk. But yeah, that happened. Let's switch back to Mike. So 46 attacks Mike. And just kinda like, I don't know, I think this was kinda shitty, in my opinion. Because Mike, I think Mike is leaving him enough space. And 46 just kind of like, get the fuck off the track or something, just pushes Mike off. Like, get the fuck off the track and just keeps driving. It was kind of like a shitty move in my opinion. And I guess Mike got really mad because of that, and that's why he memed last turn here. For the next 5 laps, Mike is following 46, and I guess he may have had some attempts to pass, but I haven't written it down, so I guess nothing really interesting happens. So later on, 46 is gonna pass 61, so let's skip to that. You can see Mike just driving behind them this entire time. Yeah, that's where it happened. Let's see what happened. 46, car 3. Let's see how it happened. Yeah, I guess that was kind of 61's fault. Sort of. Cannot really blame 46 for this. No, I guess it was like kind of a dive bomb again. Let's see. Well, kind of, sort of, like borderline dive bomb. But as we have already figured out, dive bombs are apparently okay in this league, so 61 doesn't leave too much space. Gets too close, gets bonked, and gets passed by 46. Unfortunately, Mike cannot really capitalize on that, because 61 gets his shit together very quickly. For the next lap, Mike is just driving, but Mike is gonna make some kind of mistake here. Like, yeah, 58 wants Mike's position really badly. But Mike is holding his ground for now. Yeah, Mike does a meme here. He kind of spins a little bit, I guess. Jumped on the curbs too much, spins a little. Well, nothing too bad. Didn't even get past. But 58 is pretty close behind him at this point. Now something is gonna happen soon with 58. So let's just like fast forward a couple of minutes. Yeah, it should be somewhere around here. According to my notes, at least. Yeah, I don't know. This is like dive bombing on the outside. Pro move. Like, I don't know. I guess Mike... No, I really don't know what the fuck he wanted to do here. It's kind of weird. I guess that was an attack, but kind of a very weird one, and he like didn't get shit done. That's kind of weird. So yeah, now they're just driving for the couple of laps. But 58 is gonna pass Mike eventually, so let's see. It's gonna happen here. Like, I really don't understand what Mike wanted to do here. Because Mike is just like going defensive. He like, I'm gonna take the inside line. Which he really shouldn't have, because like 58 doesn't really have all that much speed. Mike should have just driven the normal line through the corner. I mean, he's so much ahead of 58. He should have just taken the normal line through there, and 58 wouldn't be able to do shit. But for some reason, Mike decides to take the inside line here, like, for no reason whatsoever. And he goes slowly, and 58 just does this move and passes him. So yeah, like Mike wanted to defend his position, but instead he kinda gave it away. No reason whatsoever. This is lap 15, so there's like 3 more laps left or something. And let's fast forward to last lap. So Mike was driving behind 58 and 61 this entire time. This is last lap. And let's see what happens. 58 bonks 61. Let's watch this. This was investigated by race control, and 58 got 2 penalty points for that. So yeah, here sort of dives 61 a little bit, and dives in kind of a poor fashion, because you can see he's missing the apex by quite a lot. And turns 61 around just a little bit, and Mike passes 61 because of this incident. And this is last lap. Mike was pretty happy about this. And another thing, like 58 got all these penalty points, and so he got extra time penalty by the end of this race. So in the end, like when everything was like calculated, Mike actually finished ahead of 58 technically, because of all the time penalties that 58 got. And so in the end, yeah, after all was considered, Mike ended up in 5th position. So that was like pretty good race for Mike. And also apparently he was the fastest rookie in race 1, so he actually got interviewed after the race. And Mike says it was complete and total freaking cringe, but I don't know, I think it was perfectly fine. And nothing really bad happened. But Mike got kinda confused when he was like dragged to another room in TeamSpeak. And he didn't really understand what was going on there. But whatever, good race for Mike, shitty race for me. Mike is 5th, I'm 12th. Mike is good driver and I suck cocks. Nothing special. Nothing new here. Anyway, let's move on to race 2, shall we? Race 2. Mike starts in 5th because of top 10 reverse, right? He starts in 5th. And I start in 12th because I didn't make it in top 10. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Like, just spins for no reason. But anyway, let's just watch the race. All kinds of shit happened on lap 1, because of course. So let's just watch the start. Crazy 3 wide in turn 1, lap 1, because of course. I'm just being careful, because like after the first race I'm just in a shitty mode, but still kind of like I'm thinking like, okay, the first race was shit, but maybe in the second one I can do better. Spoiler alert, no, I couldn't. Like, at least I didn't really super fuck up in the second race. Okay, something is gonna be happening right about now. Let's see. 25 and 58, our good old friend 58. Let's see. Let's switch to 40. No, 25. 25, this guy. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I guess he gets scared by 127 and he goes a bit too wide in this corner and bonks 58. No, nothing really bad happens here. Like 127, kind of like, what the fuck is he doing? This is lap 1, dude! Why are you doing this shit on lap 1? Like, the race is 35 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. This league is weird, basically, is what I'm saying. So this happens. This happens. Now we're just driving. I get bonked in the air, so there is some kind of garbage happening here. I just get bonked in the ass and bonk 58 a little bit. Get bonked by 97, right? I get bonked by, yes, 97. But we're not going to look at that because that's not interesting, but we are going to look at 127 and 61. So let's see what happens here. Once again, 127 does the same move. He just like dive bombs on fucking lap 1, going into 3 wide, into a corner that is like kind of a shitty corner to go even too wide into. But okay, so he just does that, and he bonks 61 like pretty badly. He really fucks up 61 because of this shit. Oof. That's nasty. And he got 1 point for that, 1 penalty point. Now there's another crash actually happening at the very same time with Mike and number 20. Let's see, yeah, this happens. Let's see what actually happened and why. Let's look at number 20 perspective. Well, that's 20's fault. Like, you can see where the apex is and where 20 is going. So, like, 20 kinda fucked himself over here. Cannot really blame Mike for anything. And Mike just, like, keeps driving after that. So that's nice. But then, something shitty is gonna happen soon. So let's watch. It's 127 again. I guess he just really fucking hates reverse grid because like, oh, I'm fast! I need to be in front! Fucking dickhead. Let's see what happens. This happens. Like, you see, I guess like 98 breaks too much or something. Or 127 doesn't break enough or something. But as I said, it's never an excuse if the cars in front of you is slow and you like crash into it, that's like your fault. And what he does, he's like not braking enough. And he's like, shit, I'm gonna crash. And so he just like fucking turns to the side with like zero regard, changes his lane like this and just fucking like bonks me off the track. And he just got no penalty for that. He just fucking changes his trajectory with like zero regard for other cars around him. Like, and this forces me to drop to last place. And he just got nothing for that. Like, everything looks fine. He just fucking crashes into me like this. That's fine. That's allowed, apparently. And this is what really fucked my race, because I was still hopeful. Up until this point, I was still hopeful, like, okay, race 1 was shit, race 2 is gonna be better. And then this happens on lap 1, because 127 has, like, zero patience, basically, because he wants to win on lap 1 or something. Like, what the fuck is your problem, man? Jesus Christ. And so, I'm in last place again. Well, at least I didn't spin, I didn't lose all that much time, right? But this is where my race pretty much ended, because I ended up behind Team Platypus, 98 and 97. I guess 97 and 98, right? And they made themselves a problem. Let me put it this way. Now, I want to tell you right away that they didn't do anything illegal. Well, I guess apart from some context and shit, but whatever. So, like, I cannot really blame them for how they were driving. Whatever they were doing was just, like, completely acceptable, and it was, like, my fault that they gave me so much trouble. But holy fucking shit, I was, like, really mad at them after the race. Now that I've watched the replay a couple times, I can see that it was just, like, really me being shit. But still, like, holy crap, these guys. Anyways, let's just watch. So I just dropped to last. I'm not too far behind, so that's good. Oh, look at that, 127 still, like, drives like a douche. Oh wow, what a surprise. What was that move? Let's see. I haven't seen that before. So that's 97. Jesus Christ, what a fucking madman. Wow. Man, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Like, is the entire fucking league just does the weirdest freaking shit. Like, they really don't give a fuck about their survival. And they do that, like, on lap 1, lap 2. Like, why? What is your goddamn problem? Like, holy crap. So because of that, 20 kinda falls behind. Because of all that, like, crazy people. Makes a mistake here, and so I try to go for a pass, but I kind of fuck up, I think. Yeah, because my confidence is just gone at this point. This was like the main problem throughout this race, is that like my confidence was just destroyed. Yeah, I kind of like really fuck up here. I could have maybe I could have kept the position, but I just kind of like really fuck up here and start spinning a little bit. Yeah, and 20 takes it back. So for a while I'm just driving like this up until lap 4. So let's go to lap 4. So 97 makes a mistake and I pass him because of that. Oh, that's nice. But right after that I do something stupid. Like 98 fucks up a little bit, I catch up with him. And then I kinda dive bomb him here. Yeah, that was my fault. That was like 100% my fault, but race control did not investigate this at all. That was 100% my fault because he is ahead and I am dive bombing him. And he doesn't leave me space because he doesn't have to. Like he's ahead, he has the rights to the corner. And I should have like called my tits. But instead I just dive bomb him and this happens. and because of that 97 passes me back, which is like understandable. That was my fuck up. It was my fault 100%. So this is lap 5. There is some fuck up happening here. A little bit. I'm too slow in turn 1, so I cannot really capitalize on that. A little bit of too wide action going here. But as I said, like, my confidence is just destroyed. Like, I'm not sure if I can fucking drive straight in this car anymore. So here what happens. The car in front of me is 97, and the other car is 98 in front of 97. And now watch what happens here. So 98 just lets 97 pass. And this is just like textbook example of team tactics, because 97 is faster. They both know it, that 97 is faster than 98, so 97 just goes in front, 98 just lets him go in front, and then 98 makes himself as much of a problem as possible. So there's gonna be some episodes with me at 98 here, and just kinda pay attention to 97 in front. Like, you can see right now he's pretty close, not very far from us. But after a couple of laps, just like watch where he ends up. I think I'm just gonna not skip, but just fast forward this. When is the next thing happening? Like in a couple of minutes, it's gonna happen. Like, you see, he's just driving away and away and away slowly. Now something is gonna happen here soon. Well, 98 makes a mistake here. And I try to go for it, but I cannot really. Like, well, that was kind of like a shitty thing here. Let's see. Yeah, he kind of overshoots. He like really overshoots turn 1, and he kind of jumps in front of me, sort of. Like, if he kept his like proper inside line, like, I'm not sure what would have happened here, but he kind of overshoots, and I back down. Like, for the next couple of laps, I'm still driving behind 98. Just watch, like, you can see how far 97 is, because while 98 makes himself a problem for me, 97 is just driving away and securing his position. Now here's like some kind of bonk happening here. Let's watch this. That was kind of 98's fault. He's like really in the middle of the track here for some reason, and he should be like more to the left. So yeah, he's just like trying to be a problem basically. And once again, let me reiterate, this is not like something bad. He's not like breaking any rules. He's just doesn't want to let me pass, and that's like his right. Like, he can do that. He's allowed to do that. I get better exit. Try to attack here. Once again, I'm just being too careful because at this point, I'm just kind of really ahead of him, so what I should have done, I could just move here to the left completely, and that's probably what I should have done, but I didn't, because once again, I just have zero confidence in anything, so I'm just driving extra safe, extra slow. Still, he fucks up, goes off the track, and I end up in front of him, and he just stops existing at this point. Like, he doesn't exist anymore, because he's slow. He was being such a problem for me this entire time. He wasted so much of my time, but he just doesn't have the speed to catch up with me. So, like, as soon as I am ahead of him, he just stopped existing. Like, he's not in the race anymore for me. I don't care anymore. So, for the next 3 laps, yes, I'm catching up for 97. So let's fast forward to the moment where I actually do that. Yes, somewhere around here. And so I'm like, okay, got to pass this dude now. And guess what happens? I fuck up. That's what happens. Let's watch this fuck up. Happens here. Like, at that point I didn't even bet an eye, like, oh, I spin again, well, that's not news anymore, like, I cannot drive, I'm well aware of that, whatever, like, just another fucking shitty thing that happened in this race. And so, like, I wasted a lot of time here because of that shit. But, whatever, and still I'm trying to catch up to 97 again. And once again I do that in 3 laps or so. Let's fast forward to that. Yeah, here we are, kind of. Because these guys are just slower. I'm just like faster than them, but like I'm just bad at passing. I'm just in general bad at passing people who are like defending, who are not just like giving up. I'm just bad at passing. And in this case, as I said multiple times, and I'm gonna say it again, I was just like in a really shitty mental state at this point because of all the stupid crap that happened in a race that I was looking forward to so much. Now let's see what happened here. I think that was kind of a shitty thing here. Yeah, this isn't... Oh god, sorry. What time was that? 27 something. Press the wrong button here. Okay, back here. And this isn't really a dive bomb, because we're already side by side here, I think. Let's see. Well, kind of, yeah, we are side by side at this point. And he just doesn't give me space in the corner. Let's actually watch our lines. Yes, I am turning for the apex here. Like, I don't know what's up with this glitchy fucking sparks, just don't worry about it. Yeah, I am going for the apex like normal, but he just like closes the gate like aggressively. And then he bonks me even more after that. And because of that, I just waste a bunch of time. And this, yeah, this was investigated, and he got no penalty for that. So once again, I just don't understand. He just like too wide situation. He just closes the gap aggressively, like does this kind of crap, and he gets no penalty for that. So they give penalties for like the stupidest shit that it's not even worth looking at. But this kind of crap, well, apparently it's perfectly fine. Apparently it's fine to dive bomb and it's fine to just like close the gap aggressively in too wide situation. I just really don't understand the rules of this league. It's just kind of fucking dumb in my opinion, but whatever. So once again I'm catching up with him. Following him for several more laps. Let's fast forward. Yeah, okay, so here I go for an attack in the same spot, and I was kinda like a bit worried about this because I was sorta expecting him to to do the same shit. But fortunately he didn't. I don't know. Now, like, this kind of shit again just kind of tries to push me off the track. Like instead of closing the gate here, he decided to push me off the track in the next corner. Like, I'm already on the fucking edge, and he just pushes me even further. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? But karma strikes back for him. Because he fucks up. And I pass him, and as soon as I pass him, just like with his teammate, just like with 98, as soon as I'm ahead of him, he just stops existing at this point. Because he just doesn't have the speed to catch up with me and try to attack me anymore. And but at this point, because I wasted the entire race trying to get past these two guys, everyone else is just so far ahead of me that I just have absolutely no chance to catch up. And for the remaining like 6 laps, it was just like forever alone racing for me to the finish. And nothing interesting happened. It was just like really just driving on an empty track. And that was kind of shitty. And I finished 11th in this race, which is, I guess, better than in race 1. But still, that was like really shitty, and it all happened because of like 127 just bonking me to the last place on lap 1, because he just, I don't know what his problem is. I guess it is like kinda my fault as well, because these guys are just so much slower, but I had such a hard time passing them because I'm just shit at passing, so I could have done it much better. But I didn't. So I finished in the shitter where I belong, because I'm just a shit fucking driver and just fuck me sideways basically. So that was my race. Now let's watch Mike's race. Mike also didn't have a very good race in race 2. Let's see, what car is Mike? Mike is car 6, okay. Now, Mike forgot to load the car setup for this race, and I guess this is why he was doing the things he was doing, but you know, he could have done the same thing that 97 and 98 were doing, but he didn't. And I think it would be much better for him if he did. But, well, we'll see. Now here's a little bit of a bonk happening, nothing too bad. Another bonk. And that incident with 20 that we have already looked at. Mike got a pretty good start. Avoided all the shit. He was starting in 5th, I think, right? Yeah, he was starting in 5th. Now here's you're probably gonna see something interesting if I didn't fuck up my notes. Like you see there's just a car on the grid over there. And he teleports to pits. And I don't know what the heck was that all about. That was number 42. And he just didn't start apparently. And this is like the nasty incident that was investigated by race control. This is number 50 versus Mike. Number 50 got 2 points for that. Like you see, he just dive bombs, and he dive bombs like really poorly. Mike is even leaving him metric fuck ton of space, but he really misses the apex here and just slams into Mike. Mike spins, gets passed by 50 and 46. Now something is gonna happen during the next lap, so let's fast forward to that. Oh yeah, this is just the very start of the next lap. Let's see what happened here. Mike just kind of has poor line in turn last. And you can see Mike just kinda breaks here and lets 58 go. Why would you do that, Mike? I just don't really understand. Like, okay, you don't have the setup loaded. It's not like your car is just 5 seconds slower or anything. Like, yeah, it's not as nice to drive anymore, but come on, Mike. And so this is the kind of crap that Mike was doing throughout the entire race too. He's just like letting people pass him with like no fighting whatsoever. And then he got mad about the race. Like, I'm sorry, Mike, if you just let people pass like that, you don't get to be mad. You did it to yourself. So let's skip to the next episode with Mike, which happened on lap 6. Here. Mike gets passed by number 25. You see, Mike just kind of, okay, just go. Mike is just like, go, whatever, I don't care. Like, well, I already said that like Mike shouldn't really have been doing this, but he will keep doing this. Was he really that demoralized for the lack of set? I don't know. Just, you know, sometimes in the race, like, for example, especially in iRacing, oh, there's 127, and once again Mike just lets 127 pass, which could be a good strategy, because if you don't, 127 will probably just kill you completely, because that's 127, he just has no chill whatsoever. So yeah, back to the topic at hand. Like, I know Mike wants to try iRacing at some point, and in iRacing, your car just can get broken. Like in Assetto Corsa that doesn't really happen much, because you can damage your car a lot and it will still drive more or less nicely, like there's not that much of a difference. But in iRacing you can get damage to your car and your car will just drive like shit after that. And you just have to adjust mid-race to how the car is handling with all the damage. And you just have to deal with it. You just have to relearn how to drive on the spot and drive your damaged car to the end of the race. And I feel like this was a similar situation. Like, okay, you had the wrong setup, but whatever, just fucking deal with it. Just learn how to drive the setup. Like, right now, you have to do this. You have to drive, you have to keep racing. But Mike was like, oh shit, that's the wrong setup. I guess I'm just gonna fucking not race anymore. Or something. And I still think Mike just gets tired. He doesn't admit that, but I think he just gets tired after the first race, and in the second race his performance is just not as good anymore. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Now something else was happening here, and I already kind of missed it because I was talking, so let's move back a little bit on the timeline and see where that happened. It happened like a minute ago, between 58 and 16. Yeah, that was definitely a shitty move. Well, maybe not so shitty actually. No, they are too widing. Yes, they are in too wide. So 58 should have left space for 16, but he doesn't. And this happens. And they keep bonking each other until 16 just gets completely thrown into a wall here. Well, not in a wall, but still. Kind of a crappy episode. 58 is a pretty naughty guy, actually. Let me actually check. I think he's got a lot of penalty points, actually. Let me check that real quick. That's my Discord, I'm sorry. I'm just curious. Document. There is document. And let's check the load, please. Strafen. And yeah, he's on second place in a naughty list. Mike is in the third place of naughty list. Yeah, there he is, number 58. Yeah, that wasn't really all that important. So let's go back to the replay. Oh shit, where's my notes? There's my notes. Now, back to Mike. Yep. The next thing that happens to Mike, it happens on lap 9. So let's move to that point. He's got bad at the last turn. 61 is attacking him. Well, at least Mike doesn't just give up to 61, because 61 is our rival, kind of, sort of. So Mike doesn't completely give up, but I can't really say that he tries too hard still. And so he gets passed by 61. And he drives behind him for the next 3 laps. And he tries to attack then. Let's move to that point. Mike is attacking. Going side by side with 61 in turn 1. And you see, like, 61 just kinda like, I don't give a fuck, get the fuck out of my way. Like, you see, Mike is driving on the very edge of the track. And 61 is just kinda like, just goes in front of him, just kinda turns in front of him, like, I don't give a fuck, get the fuck out of my way. And apparently, once again, this is normal in this league. I just don't really understand. Like, I think this is kind of a shitty move. But, well, I guess that's how it is in this league. Then there's a little bit of a bonk happening. Yeah, Mike just kind of fucked himself over with this bonk. And 61 didn't care. And at this point, really nothing happens for Mike. Because he is tired, he is mad, he's like in shitty mood. And he couldn't really catch up to 61 anymore. And so Mike, this is lap 13, mind you, and the race was 26 laps. For the next 13 laps, Mike just like does forever alone racing, and I can understand why he was so upset with this, because like driving forever alone for like half the race, yeah, that's kind of really shitty. Like you expect to have fun racing, but instead it's just like forever alone mode, and that's just really disappointing. But once again, this is kind of Mike's fault. Like he shouldn't have yielded so easily to the other drivers. And the lack of setup isn't really an excuse. Like sure, the default setup is kind of crappy, but you can still drive with it. It's not really an excuse, and probably some of these people are driving default setup, to be honest. But yeah, so that was just forever alone driving for Mike. And Mike finished 9th in this race, and as I said, I finished 11th. So not as good of a result for Mike this time, but still better than mine. And the last thing we're gonna look at, there was some kind of incident between 25 and 121. Let's see, car 9 and car 2. Let's see what happened here. This is the last thing we're going to look at. So 25 sort of dive bombs. Kind of dive bombs. Missing the apex completely. And that gave him 1 penalty point. For that bonk. The bonkening of 121. Yeah, this is the last incident of the race. And that's that. This race was complete fucking shit. Well, not quite as shitty for Mike, but very, very shitty for me. And let's just see what happens right now. So I was in 2nd place now. After the first race, now me and Mike are sharing the 2nd place. We both have 80 points. But Bram Jacob, our rival, number 61, he's ahead by 26 points, and that's kind of a lot. Like, we really need to do much better if we want to catch up to him, but I'm not sure we kind of can, because there's only 3 races left. And I kind of doubt I can do much better, because 61, he kind of knows what he's doing. He's like pretty fast, he's pretty good at racing, so I'm not really sure if we can beat him in this championship, to be honest. But we're gonna try, right? It's not over till it's over. And our team is still somehow 3rd in the team standings, so that's nice. And in the global standings, we're like 9th and 10th place, like sharing like 9th place, sort of. Like hopefully we can keep in the top 10, that would be really nice. So yeah, next race is actually tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday. Next race is tomorrow. It's gonna be Autodromo di Morris, which is in Sardinia, so Mike is sort of a little bit hyped about this. But the track is kind of crappy. I think it's gonna be another garbage race. But I'm just hoping I will not spin like a fucking retard like I did on Magione, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for this video, so thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.